Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hello, everyone. My goodness. By Jove, great Scott, you might say. Boom, 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 boom. You'll need to lock in for the new Xeno Coffee video. We were robbed of a copy skill. There's a new Xeno Coffee video? Hey, that's pretty cool. I need to watch that. Gumi says, ew. We just started. We just started, and you're saying ew. I wanted to make sure the mic was working. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, and I also Mega Mask's message. Just saw yesterday's stream. Can't believe he played that racist game. Yes, Resident Evil 5, the most racist game ever. By the way, the Resident Evil 5 stream was mad fun, and you guys actually really enjoyed that. So I don't mind streaming that again sometime soon. Or Marvel Rivals, because I played that yesterday and it was pretty fun. After not playing the game in probably over a year, I don't know. You mean chapter 4, not chapter 3? Did I put chapter 3 in the title? Oh my goodness gracious. I was too busy thinking about the one that we're currently on and not the one we're waiting for. My apologies. Yeah, you played without me? What do you mean I played without you? You're in the group, aren't you? This guy, man. This guy's unbelievable. When is battle hour? I think it starts in like 10 days. 10, 11 days. Yes, but I had work the next day. I had to sleep at 3 AM. I see. I can always appreciate an early Steed stream. See, this shouldn't even count as early, but it's way earlier than normal, so I'll try and make this the normal time, and early will be before this. How about that? We'll get used to this time, and then we'll keep going back until I start streaming at like 5 PM. Okay, we're not gonna do that, but you know what I mean. We can play tonight though. Yeah, I don't mind. How long is the stream gonna be? Because I'd like to be here for at least half of it. Well, it's a Xenoverse stream, so usually my normal 2 hours, right? Megamask says, God, I hate Rivals only Marvel. I hate Rivals only Marvel fans. They think Invisible Woman is more popular than Spider-Man. Yeah, I actually saw that take. People think Invisible Woman is more popular than Spider-Man. That's actually insane. Ask them how many movies Invisible Woman is in, and that's actually a lot of movies. It's still a lot of movies, but then ask them how many movies Spider-Man is in. Right? Because you have the original 2 Fantastic Four movies. Then you have, say that again? And then you have the newest one. So that's like, what, 4 movies? 4 mainline movies. Meanwhile, Spider-Man shows up in movies that don't even have him in the title. You know? He's just a... whatever. I'm assuming it's the TikTok generation. They didn't grow up with that many Spider-Man movies, so they just think Spider-Man is like Tony Stark's sidekick instead of his own guy or some shit. Rivals fans will tell you Luna Snow is more popular than Venom. That's actually true. They would. That should show a generational gap, right? That would show a generational gap. Because you have people who would say stuff like Demon Slayer is more popular than Dragon Ball, or One Piece is more popular than Dragon Ball. And that's only because they were born when those things were ongoing and came out. And Dragon Ball was in another anime-ended hiatus. You know? You get people who are born at times where they just assume the thing that's currently trending is more popular than the thing that's always been around. Like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but like drinking like Fanta or Mountain Dew or McDonald's Sprite is never going to be more popular than drinking water. That's just the truth. You can like the taste more, sure. Not that water has a taste. But at the end of the day, water will always be the most popular fucking drink ever. So... wait, I just realized that I didn't make a room. I just joined some random guy's room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I want to play Metacaller.
I'll send all of you to hell!
I'll send all of you to hell! Luna Snow better thank God she didn't get shafted for Domino. Isn't Luna Snow from a Korean like mobile game or something? Isn't that why they grabbed her along, or like a Chinese mobile game? I can't remember. That's why she got to just show up. Like she doesn't even originate from a comic. She originates from a game, right? Cooler's so good, and that's even without you picking Final Form Cooler. So it makes me really curious how much power the average Xenoverse player needs picking custom Final Form Cooler, and then still going extreme diff against any single person they fight. Boom, boom. Like, look at this. This guy has insanely quick attack animations, good range, great stamina, great damage. Like, he's... Oh, I wanted to perfect block that, but I'm just kind of bad at video games. Okay. Come on. We might be able to feint crash this. Yeah. This guy is so strong, man. He's such an unbelievably strong character. And this is the weaker version of him, too. That's wild. I bet 90% of Luna fans don't even know she's from a mobile game. Probably. They probably don't. They literally play her entire song if you wait on her screen. Oh, wow. That's actually insane. I liked it better when he was called Meta Cooler. The meta ruined that word for me. Oh. Oh, my God. Meta Cooler greater than Metal Cooler. Yeah, that's fair. See, why are you streaming now? Why DSP is doing his birthday stream? It's his birthday today? I didn't know that. I did not know that was DSP's birthday today. You guys want me to sing the happy birthday song for DSP? He'd probably just be mad because he would go, why is this guy talking about me? Did you guys know the lead singer of My Chemical Romance made Penny Parker? I don't know if that's true, and it sounds... Why am I even in this room? Whatever. I'll do one more match with this guy, then I'll do matches... I'll make a room so we can fight each other. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, but it has to be custom Gogeta. And I'm missing a move because Xenoverse loves doing that. Great.
There will be no mercy.
There will be no mercy. If Metal Cooler got a custom partner, I would find it interesting if they could give him Darkness Rush or a pseudo lock-on Buster skill, though not necessarily the same. I mean, they probably won't because Final Form Cooler already exists. If anything, it's more likely that they just move Feint Crash to Final Form Cooler and just glaze him even harder. So, yeah. Would you make a TN video, Steed? I wouldn't mind, but you would have to ask me how I would benefit from a TN video. Because sometimes I'd be waking up and I'm like, alright, which video should I do? Should I do a modest video on a character that I haven't done a video on? Or should I do another UI Goku video that everyone will watch and everyone will love it? You know, those are the kind of questions you have to ask when it comes to making a video. Do I do something niche, more modern, a little bit more held back? Or do I just say, screw it, another Ultra Instinct Goku video, another Beast Gohan video, because everyone loves those? You know, people will always watch those, and views are good because money XD. Oh, damn. I'm just evil. I'm just a bad person, I think. People are demanding a nail video. You say people, but I know those people is like 3 people. Everyone will only watch it to dog shit on how easy it is to play UI Goku without even trying, truly. If only if Cooler had max charge. You should have maximum charge, yeah. Would you make a Kefla video? That's the real question. I feel like anyone who's asking for a Kefla video isn't asking because they want to see Kefla's gameplay. They just want to see her abs and her butt and all the other bullshit Kefla has. Or her thighs, I guess, because her thighs are just bigger than every other female character's thighs in this. She doesn't have the biggest butt, though. That goes to probably, like, Vegeta, for fuck's sakes. So... it either goes to female margins or Vegeta. So... my goat Brown Dust is collabing with Senran and Kagura. Holy shit. That's it. I thought Senran and Kagura was dead. That's actually insane. What do you mean, you people? Oh my god, I didn't mean it like that. Okay, let's get a lobby up. Speaking of Kefla, ZZZ, please. How would that... what does that have to... whatever, man. See, can you give us a cooking stream one day? Yeah, I'll wear a naked apron, and the POV will be from, like my neck, so you guys can see my man tits while I cook something. I guarantee you, though, the cooking will be ass. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I posted a video of you talking about Vegeta's ass. What the fuck? If that's anyone's exposure to me, they're gonna be like, man, this Doja guy's fucking weird, dude. This guy's weird as hell. Brown Dust 2 stream? No, guys. I'm never gonna play Brown Dust 2. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to accept it. I barely play Nikke, and that's a game I like because one character design is like my favorite, and like that's it. I wouldn't play Brown Dust 2. Have you seen the Angels of Delusion Cunning has April Fool? Oh, I have. The Nekomata Nangong is such a good outfit. It should be actually in the game, but first we need to buff Nekomata. Because I'm actually the rare Nekomata enjoyer. Obviously when I lose my 50-50s, I'm gonna be upset. But I'm like, hey, it's my favorite standard banner character, so that's fine, you know. Nikke, my goat. Nikke mentions my goat for thousands of years. I lay dormant. Oh my god, dude. I need Nicole Aria. Yeah, I think that's most people's favorite. But I like the Nekomata one the most. Not even Anby, just Nekomata. We're having too many good vibes on the stream. I need to find something that bothers me. Let me go on Twitter and type down Chainsaw Man and see someone glaze it so I can get angry. Oh my goodness. Mad God, thank you so much for the $10 donation for Super Chats. I'll donate 100 for the apron stream. Well, okay. No, what? No. That was a joke. I'm saying that's a joke now because if you actually do that, you're not getting the stream. I want to have that on camera. I want to have that on camera. I'm not going to do a whole cooking stream because you gave me money. I'm not going to do that. All right, I want that on camera now. So if anyone attempts to donate for it, you will not get it. This isn't a joke. This isn't a binding vow that you can loophole. You won't get it, but I'm very, very thankful for the $10 donation to Bad Dog. Oh my god. I want to have that on record now because someone is going to be like, I can guilt trip him into doing it. You will not. I will take whatever you give me and I'm putting it straight into Dragon Ball Z Legends. And I will lose. I will not get the limited banner character. And I will tell you that I didn't get it so you know the money is gone. Chai's been a member for 29 months. Holy crap. Thanks so much, Chai. He says, for 29 months, I've laid dormant. Domain expansion, donate for seed. Oh my god, it's not gonna happen. Guys, it's a joke. Okay, if I said, if you give me $100, I'll go to the Grand Canyon and backflip off of it. That doesn't mean I'm actually gonna do it. All right? It's a joke. I'm still very grateful that you guys still choose to donate and be memberships though. Even though I don't do anything. So, complain about there not being a Peach, Daisy, Rosalina centered game. Well, I mean, in all fairness, if you're making a Mario game, Mario is like the focus, right? Like everyone's gonna agree for that, right? Like imagine a Sonic game, but Amy, Blaze, and like Cream are the focus. Like people would literally just beat you up. They'll be like, why didn't you make a Sonic game with that time and money? So. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Peach does have her own game also, but, I mean, Rosalina's not... This is going to sound weird to say, especially after the Mario movie, but I'm very sure Rosalina is not cool enough in Nintendo's eyes to deserve any of her own screen time. Alright? In Mario Galaxy, she literally just stays at the Star Observatory, or whatever the fuck it's called, for the whole game. And in the movie, well, if you guys have watched the movie, you would know. So... yeah. Oh, Somster donated $5 for Super Chats. I would pay money for an Evelyn, Pokra, Bernice, or Jane Doe cooking stream. How does that work? Thank you so much for the $5 donation, Somster, but I don't know how that works, so I can't help you and I can't entertain that. Thank you so much. Okay. Do we have... No, we still have only 4 people. Guys, you can hop into the room if you want to. Let's see. Let me see if I can find someone glazing Chainsaw Man Part 2 so I can be mad for the rest of the stream. Oh yeah, I forgot. Rezi lost the death battle against Bakugo. So is anyone gonna be surprised when I've been telling you that there's no way she beats Bakugo ever, and I didn't even watch the death battle? The moment I found out it was out, I skipped to the end to see Bakugo win. And then I clicked off the video. I was like, yeah, obviously. I can't tell you what happens in the fight. The only thing I've heard is that Rezi apparently does an oopsie poopsie and blows herself up by ingesting Bakugo's sweat. Because every single bodily part of Bakugo has his quirk factor going through it. Not his quirk factor, but he can ignite any part of his body, so... He's like a Rexplode, except instead of just final exploding, he just does the super key explosion. Chai, oh my god, wait, hold on. Ooh, Chai, thanks so much for the $20 donation for super. Why are you guys? Where did all this support come from? Thank you so much, guys. Chai, thanks so much for the $20 donation. He said, I've been sucked into a new gacha, which is like a D&D dungeon crawling hardcore single player game. What the fuck is that? It's called Wizardry Daphne Variant, like from Scooby-Doo. Also, I'm kickstarting this the Apron Steed campaign. It's not gonna happen. I want the RE2 Steed Route B. Okay. Well, thank you so much for the $20 donation, Chai. I didn't know that they were doing D&D gacha games or single player. Well, I guess every gacha game is single player, right? You never have to engage with other people when you play them. So, thank you so much for the $10 donation. And Dropout, thank you so much for... We still only have 3 people in here. Dropout, thank you so much for being a member for 26 months. It says, my body feels cold yet warm. I can't stop shaking. Please help me. Are you good? I feel like that's a reference to something. Is it... Do you want me to play Goten? Is that what that means? I'll play Goten, man. I'll play Goten. First, you know what? I already know where that's gonna go. I know where that's gonna go if I leave it. So... Save the Soul Society, free-to-play, Legends Limited, Steed OJ. What the Okay, sure, man. I'll do my best. I'm referencing shit, please help. Why are you so cold? Where do you live? Is it freezing over there? I'll have you know that the weather is the exact same all year where I live, so... Steve, please read my message. You'll know what I mean by hardcore. I legit have 40 hours in WDV and barely got past the tutorial. What? If your character dies and fails to be revived several times, you lose them forever. Oh, that sounds rough. That doesn't sound like my kind of game. I would definitely fumble too many times and then I would lose my favorite character and I would just quit the game. That sounds far too hardcore for me. What was I gonna say? Damn it, I already forgot. I already forgot. Oh yeah, Bakugo losing to Rezi. Yeah, he lost. Oh no, Bakugo beats Rezi and Rezi loses. No surprise. Death Battle had their own calculations for it by going, Bakugo is this quick, and Rezi is this quick, and her explosions are this big, and his explosions are this big. And it's like, you know, that's cool. That's alright. You know, they have all their maths and their scaling and stuff, but I like to use this thing called observation, observation hacking. I like to use this thing called observation. My observation is that even late tier Chainsaw Man characters are slow enough to be hit by gunshots. So Rezi, who is not a late tier Chainsaw Man character. Also, Rezi's explosions can barely destroy buildings. Sure, the explosive cloud could be massive. Still can't destroy a fucking building. Pretty weak explosion if you ask me. Versus Bakugo, whose speed surprised All Might. And we know All Might can run very, very quick with his top speed being Mach 10. Doesn't mean Bakugo is faster than All Might or anything. It just means that he's way faster than a fucking bullet. And he can change his direction on a dime. And he can also hurt people who are way tankier than bullet level. Water level Yoru. The War Devil reaches the apex of her power, and she's water level. We're not gonna talk about durability when it comes to Chainsaw Man. It just doesn't exist. So based on that alone, there's no way Bakugo loses to Rezi. You just have to be honest with yourselves. Chainsaw Man will keep downscaling itself, and JJK will keep upscaling itself.
You mean
MHA? MHA keeps upscaling itself, yeah, but JJK also is getting crazy upscales because of the anime. Oh, no, yeah, but JJK is going to also keep upscaling itself. Chainsaw Man fans don't give a fuck about MHA. They care about JJK. Because to them, it's insulting that they constantly lose to the Slop, Hype, and Aura Moments series. When really it's just that Fujimoto's a fraud and Giga isn't. End of story. See, please read my last message. Last time now. Okay. Which message? It's peak though. There is a ton of unique stuff each character does. Has specific traits, link skills. Link skills? Do they have big bad bosses in that game as well? And synergies, etc. And it's a first-person game. That sounds like... Okay, that sounds like a lot. I don't know if that's... It's probably a good game, but that sounds like a lot. It's a first-person game too. You are a character that can fight too. I see. That sounds interesting. Probably not for me. Since I've never heard of it ever. At least like I've heard of Nikke before. Only because the characters are just twerking all the time. But you know what I mean. MHA fans saying they have a perfect win record as if Asta didn't ass blast Deku. Yeah, I mean, people like to memory hold that, but in all fairness, Asta versus Deku is such an unfair fight. It's like Master Chief versus Doomguy. Who the fuck is going to remember that? Do you remember the time where a random Japanese civilian got hit by a nuke? Now that you mention it, yes, but why would you bring that up? That's just kind of weird and fucked up. What do you think the guy was going to do about that? So... Is Project H1000 really going to be Xenoverse 3, or will it be a whole different game like Sparking Zero? I think it's going to be Xenoverse 3, because not only did they already leak the title, which means if it's not called Xenoverse 3, but it looks way too similar to Xenoverse, it's still just Xenoverse. They're just with a different title. It's like how Raging Blast is technically still Tenkaichi, they just called it something different and changed some things, but it looks like a Tenkaichi game, it plays like a Tenkaichi game, it's a fucking Tenkaichi game, it's even under the same engine and shit. The characters' animations are the same. The models are just slightly tweaked up. Super attack animations are the same. Some of them are even reused. You know? Like, that's a Tenkaichi game. It just has a different title. How do you feel about Expedition 33? If my soundboard was on, I would play the sound effect of the song. Asta versus Deku was unfair, so Deku versus Miles was fair. No, Deku versus Miles isn't even fair either, because I think if Miles is a comic book character, you should slam Deku. But if they're going to go for, like, the lowest level form of Miles, then that's kind of just brainlessly unfair, too. I mean, okay, Todoroki versus Zuko isn't a reasonable fight either, but whatever, MHA fans need their W's, so I'm not going to complain. Bird's pretty silly that Raging Blast had to cut characters for being a polished version of Tenkaichi. Yeah. Who knows? By the way, I don't have batteries in this controller. That's why I haven't got this message off the screen yet. So I do need batteries. MHA's on a win streak. And JJK isn't. When did JJK lose the last death battle? To my knowledge, the only one is... Oh, no, no one cares. No one thought Mahito was going to ever beat Shigaraki anyways. Okay, here's the only basis that Mahito beat Shigaraki, especially because death battle thinks Shigaraki's light speed, by the way. The only basis that Mahito beats a light speed Shigaraki is if he touches him and instantly kills him, because All For One is dog shit at anything based on the soul, and Shigaraki's also dog shit at anything based on the soul. Right? Mahito's just he's objectively more knowledgeable at VR than they are at it. He can reshape and manipulate it, with the only people he can't do that to being, end of series Yuji and Sukuna, because they're also aware. Fuck, he almost couldn't even do it to Nanami for a bit when he first showed up, right? Because he gets better at his craft. But that's the only way he wins, that's it. And even then, why the fuck did Shigaraki fight on such a low scale? We know Shigaraki can fight on a stupid scale, but for some reason he's just doing punches and kicks against Mahito. Like, he doesn't even fight like that. Death Battle's just fucking weird. They're just weird. Death Battle's just weird, that's it. Because realistically, if it's going to be Lightspeed Shigaraki and Shigaraki fights as canon as he always does, it's decay instantly, then he just wins. He doesn't trade punches or kicks. That's just extremely weird.
Would decay even affect Mahito?
I assume decay wouldn't, but it's still the way Shigaraki fights. And I actually explained this with my brother and a friend about Death Battle. Death Battle likes to make characters use their entire kits, even when it doesn't make sense. For example, Sonic has Supersonic in a Mario vs. Sonic Death Battle. Okay, so he has to go Supersonic, right? Eggman versus Bowser. Well, Eggman has the Death Egg, the Egg Carrier, and Metasonic and Sage. So he has to use all of this, right? Even if it doesn't make sense, because Metasonic would just win the fight for him, whatever. Metasonic versus Cell. Well, Metasonic has Metal Overload, so he has to use it, even though he doesn't. base Neometronic beats Cell, but they still haven't used the Super Form and Overlord because it's his whole kit, so he has to use it. Cell has to use Instant Transmission, he has to use Cell the Juniors, he has to use Regeneration, he has to use the Solar Kamehameha, he has to use all of this. Even though the fight would either never get to that point, or he realistically shouldn't have to, depending on who you believe is the winner, but for some reason they just have to use their whole kits, right? Superman has to do the thing where he flies to the sun, and Goku has to do the Kaioken with Ultra Instinct, with the Susanoo from the Dragon Ball Super manga. Characters have to use their whole kits, even when it doesn't make sense. So, Death Battle is just really weird. It's why the only real winner in a Death Battle is whose endgame kit is better. It doesn't matter whose stats are better, it's whose endgame kit is better. So, a good example is, even if you think Denji just beats the shit out of Yuji, Yuji's endgame kit, which is a massive spoiler, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore, Yuji's endgame kit is unsurvivable. It's just, you cannot survive it. It's just not possible. And in a death battle, he uses it, and he just wins. End of story. Right? Denji and Pochita have no answer to Yuji's endgame kit. There's literally nothing you can do about it. So, endgame kits are kind of what it comes down to in a death battle. Because they make every character use all of their moves, even when it's not reasonable. Doom Guy used the Argent Blaze, used the Crucible on Master Chief. What the fuck are you talking about? Why did he use the Crucible on Master Chief? He has the Crucible, it's part of his kit, so he has to use it. Why? Why? Is that not overkill? That's not necessary. You can just punch Master Chief to death. They have him use the Super Shotgun, they have him use his Arm Blade, they have him use the Crucible, they have Master Chief use Hologram, Active Camo, all like Spartan Laser Rockets, they have him use all of his kit. For what purpose? He wouldn't even live that long. Death Battle really is just have them use all of their kit and then have the winner just win, you know? It's kind of mindless. Okay, we do have a full lobby now. I hope my battery... Oh, my battery actually is low. Okay. Last time I checked, Death Battle struggles to understand feats too. They do kind of struggle to understand feats. Hold up, give me a bit. I have returned. Hopefully no Hassan jokes while I'm gone. Thank you. You guys actually impressed me today. Okay. When is actually this battle hour going to be? Like 10 or 11 days? Without Hype and Aura, nobody would be watching Death Battle. I mean, the reason why it exists to begin with is Hype and Aura, so, you know. They do some calculations, you know, some are wrong, some are right. And then they decide who wins based on those calculations. Even if the calculations are off, like our Super Saiyan Bardock should kill Omni-Man, but whatever. Death Battle, more like Dumb Battle. Oh my god. Power scaling exists because of Hype and Aura. Yeah. I mean, fandom power scaling exists because of Hype and Aura, but power scaling is an actual real thing that exists. Like, you need to establish that these characters are stronger than each other. Otherwise, people will be confused who should be winning what fights and why. You know? I'm trying to think of a really good example of bad power scaling.
You would just ask, why doesn't Mustang just walk up to Bradley and flame him?
Yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. If it's not for power scaling, you would be asking questions like, well, if Roy Mustang from Full Metal Alchemist can kill 2 homunculuses by just spamming them to death, why can't he kill Raph? And then you need to establish and prove that Raph is stronger than that and would just murder Mustang in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? Like, power scaling is important. A good example of bad power scaling is shows like Ruby. Yeah, I'm talking about Ruby again on my stream. In Ruby, you never know who the fuck is stronger than who at any time. Blake goes from being terrified about Adam and trying to avoid him as much as possible to one-shotting him in Volume 5. She one-shots him by punching him. She does a Dragon Ball Z, like double-fisted sledgehammer, and she beats him and he runs scared. And then when she fights him in Volume 6, she's running away from him. And he's hunting her down, and she can no longer one-shot him all of a sudden. Like, what the fuck? and then Yang neck diffs him. Like, yeah, power scaling is actually important because how did that happen? You just have to be mindlessly consuming a show to not think about how weird that is. Yeah. In Full Metal Alchemist 03, Raph was... Oh, okay. It's crazy how if it were up to Steed, he'd talk more about Ruby than Chainsaw Man. I would. Which is a shame, because I actually used to like Chainsaw Man, but Part 2 is so bad it actually does take away from what's in Part 1. At least with Ruby, it's ass, but it doesn't take away from the parts of it that I do enjoy, which is just the fights. Now, Chainsaw Man, I think Chainsaw Man's weakest aspect is the fights, which is really weird why Fujimoto felt like he needed to add so fucking many in Part 2. He really did just give into hype and aura moments. And then people give JJK all the hype and aura moments allegations. Don't piss me off. Okay, you can tell I'm getting him. Uh-oh, I'm dead. Oh. Without power scaling, Superman would lose to a fucking fog on the streets. Exactly. You have to prove that a fog on the streets can't just shoot Superman. Well, what makes him so super? You know what I mean? He's not gonna finish me off? Was he worried I would limit burst? Death? Oh, not yet. Death? Okay, for real this time. Please read my comment for the last one for context. Okay. In Full Metal Alchemist 03, Raph was Fura Bradley. Was he just weaker then in the original Full Metal Alchemist? I don't know. Where they went from power scaling to shipping scaling. Truly. Man, I miss Ruby. I do miss Ruby too, even though it wasn't very... Ruby's one of those... Is that what you call a guilty pleasure? Something that you don't think is very good, but you still just enjoy it anyways? Or not enjoy it, but I guess consume it. Because I can't say I enjoy Ruby. I'm just invested in it. Power scaling haters when their favorite action series has consistent strength feats. Yeah. People like to talk about power scaling like it's just two nerdy people yelling that Goku beats their favorite character, and that's not an important thing in series to establish. That Frieza is stronger than Goku, which is why Goku isn't beating him. Until Goku goes Super Saiyan, in which he's then stronger than Frieza, hence why he's beating Frieza. Yeah, the people who say Freyren has no power scaling, okay, that means Fern can just walk up to Freyren and beat her at any time. That means Stock can just load their Freyren whenever he wants. Why didn't Aura just elbow drop Freyren? She would have won. Like, people like to say, oh, my show is smart because it doesn't have power scaling. Are you that means you're not even watching your show. You're actually LARPing, like the final form of LARPing. Because how do you watch Freyren and not think, oh, she's obviously the strongest because no one so far has proven to be stronger than her, and she wins all of her fights with pretty much little effort? I like Ruby because the characters are hot and the weapons are cool. Fair game. Fair game. I think the only thing for them to talk about in Battle Hour related to Xenoverse 2 is the next upcoming chapter for the DLC of the Future Saga, since it's also been a bit since Chapter 3. Yeah, it's been a very long time since Chapter 3 now. So, curses! Power scaling also does not include statements unless it's proven or backed up, hence why Kratos should have lost. Yeah. I mean, statements that aren't proven or backed up are just statements. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's like, okay, why do we personally believe that Hercule didn't beat Cell? Well, because there's proof that he didn't. Otherwise, someone who hasn't watched Dragon Ball before would only hear memes of Hercule beating Cell, and that in the series, the characters keep saying Hercule beat Cell. So you would just wrongly assume Hercule is stronger than Cell if it wasn't for power scaling and evidence that he wasn't. You know what I mean? You kind of do need to have proof that characters can and can't do things. Kenjaku versus All For One? Nah, if they ever do that, they'll probably just do Sukuna versus All For One. Sukuna's way more popular. Like, you have to remember that Death Battle is also kind of a clout competition. They're not going to do a less popular guy fighting another popular guy. Well, unless they're bored as fuck. You know what I mean? It's only when they're bored as fuck do they start doing, like, have this unpopular character just get murdered by this really strong nigga. Wrongly, Hercule is stronger than Cell. He's the champ. Yeah, I know. It could look cool. I'm definitely forward to looking to Gru versus Megamind. I feel like it's a good chance for Gru to win. I feel like Gru would win that too. I mean, they'll probably do some weird scaling to be like, you know, Megamind can like make devices that like, I don't know, that can like he fucked up like what, Titan. You could argue that Titan is like stronger. Is Titan stronger than anything that happens in Despicable Me? You could probably argue that, right? And Megamind was able to outsmart him, so maybe they'll just say, well, he outsmarts Gru, but Gru has better technology, or because he could shrink the fucking moon, so you know what I mean? It kind of depends. I actually don't know who the fuck would win that one. Like, that's an actually interesting death battle. That's not like a Bakugo versus Rezi, where, well, Bakugo has higher stats than her, so of course he's gonna win, you know what I mean? Megamind versus Gru is actually interesting. Because it's something you have to actually think about. And you could say either side wins. Like the people, whoever Death Battle says wins doesn't necessarily mean that's just the winner forever. Like you can come to your own conclusion of who actually wins that. Okay. Boom. Oof. Alright. Diamond Goku's so huge in this game, man. Oh my god, I couldn't see him because of the camera. Oh, nice grab. Boom, boom, boom. Is that the beast kick? See, I actually knew it was the beast kick beforehand because the ultimate, you know that useless ass warning you get when someone does an ultimate attack? Iframes, baby, let's go. You know that useless ass warning you get when someone does an ultimate attack? It didn't cover up his character model, so I could see it was the beast kick and I could just avoid it. Which is why I hate that ultimate warning so much. If it wasn't there, you would actually see most of the attacks you get hit by. I feel like there's so many ultimate attacks you get hit by just because you literally cannot see what they are. The second beast kick missing was kind of bullshit that should have probably landed. Lots of bad power scaling in Dragon Ball is just uncharitable interpretations from fans. Yeah, you can argue that in DBS, sure. Like, for example, Blue Vegeta is beating the shit out of base Goku Black, and Goku Black is fine. Then he hits Blue Vegeta and does massive damage to him. Like, he knocks him back, he has him stifling. Then he goes Rose, which should make him stronger. And suddenly Blue Vegeta is doing way better than when he was fighting him in base. Goku Black's even caught off guard. And then he just one-shots Blue Vegeta on top of that. Like, that's bad. That's horrible. Like, only in DBS is there actual bad power scaling, but it's not there in Z and OG Dragon Ball. And DBS does it constantly. DBS constantly does bad power scaling. It's not like one-offs. It's several dog shit ones. No, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. I was saying DBS is just bad for power scaling. Dragon Ball is good, but I'm not going to just leave the statement of that because someone's going to go, what about DBS? And then, well, like, yeah, obviously. DBS is bad. You know, I have to mention that. Boom. Yeah. Like, they never nerfed Metacooler's evasive. That shit used to break people out of their ults. Yeah, Metacooler's evasive was really freaking good. But oh, he's breaking his guard again. I keep forgetting that Ludo does that. Okay, I love hitboxes. Boom. Alright, cool. I'll take the time to get my stamina back. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's power felt really inconsistent in the manga after Tournament of Power. The manga? Well, the manga also has pretty inconsistent power scaling as well, to be fair. Like, for example, doesn't Goku fight hits in base form in the manga? Then he goes Super Saiyan God and there's literally, like, no difference to the fight. Even though it should be a potential billions times power-up. You know? That's kind of weird, right? Like, I don't think anyone's gonna say that that's not weird. Boom. Buddha, 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 boom. Woohoo! Come on, Super Saiyan 4, grab him. That's probably not gonna kill. I just wanted to do it because it was stylish. Yeah, that does really freaking low damage. Holy crap. Okay. My fight wasn't exactly done yet, but to each their own, I guess. I feel like goddamn the winner of Shinjuku Showdown. Whoever wins just has to fight Kashimo afterwards. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I need to lower my key for... Okay. Cool, there's only 1 second left, so... It's a no-killing tournament, so Hit had to suppress his power level. I mean, yeah, but why didn't Goku win in 1 hit? Base Goku does better than Blue Vegeta in the entire Hit fight, yeah. Also, Master Roshi doing anything to Jiren. Because there's no amount of skill that would ever make Roshi be able to ever contend with Jiren. Jiren's power level is so fucking high, he should literally be able to just pick up Roshi, walk to the edge of the tournament, and drop him, and Roshi wouldn't perceive it. He wouldn't see any of it. He would just see himself falling all of a sudden. And then if he tries to Kamehameha boost himself back up, Jiren could just karate chop him back down. And he wouldn't be able to do shit about it. Steve doing anything to not give spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything for someone because not only because it was an amazing experience for me seeing it happen, like seeing the events of, you know, the mangas I love happen. But the fact that, like, okay, here's the worst part too about spoiling JJK. JJK is actually like the new most popular like ongoing manga right now. Okay, aside from One Piece, obviously. I don't want to make the One Piece fans fucking angry, so let's put JJK in second place. JJK is so popular, it's almost impossible to avoid spoilers for it. The spoiler images for JJK are memes, so people are constantly reposting them because they're funny. And they're colossal spoilers. So it's kind of impossible to avoid them. But I'm going to do my best to try and not ruin anything for people because... I mean, you see the reaction of people seeing these things live in the anime, and they're blown away. They're like, "Oh my god, that was fucking incredible!" And I wouldn't want to ruin that for any of you guys who are potentially not caught up. So, I mean, occasionally I might fuck up and like say a spoiler, but I do my best to try and not spoil. JJK is the new DPS in terms of popularity. Yeah, in terms of popularity, not writing, I get it, but in terms of popularity, it is giga popular. It's kind of hard to just avoid it. Jiren tanks Final Flash instead of moving out of the way. That's just how he is, so he decided to lower his power level and fight Roshi. Yeah, I get that. Jiren obviously lowers his power level to, like, fight people, but he's still so strong. No one should give him any problems, right? Like, oh, here's an amazing example. Sukuna lowers his power level to obviously fight the sorcerers around him, right? Doesn't mean that they get shit on him. He just instantly wins. So... Because you can hold back, you can lower your output, you can lower your reaction speed, you can lower your overall speed, you can conserve energy and use an adequate amount of power to fight your adequate, an adequate level opponent. But that doesn't mean they should give you trouble, like serious trouble. Jiren pretending to not get hit by Final Flashes, yeah, I still don't get that because I've always talked about that. Why does he do that? He's so strong, he doesn't need to use a sneak attack to win against Vegeta. So he genuinely was actually trolling. Like, not rage baiting. He wanted Vegeta to feel good, so it wasn't even rage baiting. It's genuine trolling. He's just pretending. He made Vegeta be like, ha 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 ha. How do you feel now? Do you feel so confident after taking my... He literally just did it to be a piece of shit. And you know what the funniest part of that is too? Based on how that scene is shot, Vegeta laughs, then he's shocked that Jiren isn't in the crater. Which means Jiren is not visible, okay? Jiren's not in the crater and he's not in front of Vegeta doing the thing. That finishes Vegeta off. Then Goku goes, Vegeta! And then Jiren is in front of... Then Vegeta looks down and he sees that Jiren's in front of him doing the thing. Which means Jiren left from the crater, hid behind a rock and said, hey, yo, Toppo, watch this, bro. Then he speed blitzed in front of Vegeta to do the pose. Why did he do that? He pretends to get hit. He pretends to take damage, he pretends to disappear, then he actually shows up in front of him. Why did he do that? He's just a dick. He's actually just an asshole. He went out of... Because Vegeta didn't react to Jiren being in front of him, he reacted to not seeing Jiren. Because the shocked expression he gets later is from, what the... Oh shit, he's in front of me. You know what I mean? Then he compliments Vegeta, so it's not even like he was trying to shatter his morale or break his pride. He was just being a weirdo. He was like, the force of the attack wasn't half bad. Then he calls him a warrior, and they talk about it's a high honor to be called a warrior by Jiren. Then why was he trolling if he's giving him honors? What the fuck? This would be like if you got a medal, and before they gave you the medal, before they give you the medal, they just shoot you in the stomach. They shoot you in the back, like the gas granola thing, right? Like the granola pan always taking back shots, right? From the guy with the basic gun, by the way. Power scale of 101 in Dragon Ball Super. And then after they shoot you in the back, you're like, fuck. What did you do that for? The guy crouches down afterwards and he pins a medal to your chest. And he says, you did good, son. The fuck? Wait, so you're not trying to kill me? You just... What? Why did you do that? You could... All right, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's so funny. Jiren felt like trolling, I guess. Never thought that would have been a part of his character to be a jokester. Yeah. He just feels like trolling. Jiren really is more like Sukuna when you think about it. Because why does he do that? Like, for those of you guys who know the fight, there's a part where Sukuna cuts off his own hands to troll. Why the fuck did you even do that? You can just dodge the attack. But you pretend... You just are such a dick. You give the guy false hope before attacking him. Let me cut off my own hand so he thinks that he won. And then I just show up and I'm like, hey, buddy. What kind of piece of shit does that? When Jiren finds out you're weaker than him, that's actually true. Jiren is an accurate I have to play Jiren now because we're just glazing him. Do I play custom? I want to play OG Jiren because his stats are way better, but his supers are so sorry. It's unreal. I'll play OG Jiren just because I like the big stats, but realistically, the better supers are just so good. Steve, is it okay for you to read my previous message? I think you'll laugh at it. All right, I'll read it anyways. But is Granola that ass? No, the problem is Granola's really strong, but Dragon Ball Super's power scaling is really inconsistent. So, Jiren did the Metro Man, went so fast that everything froze, walked around the arena, read a book, ate Champa snacks, and went back to the crater. Our final flash just to put a few pieces on his suit there. Yeah, exactly. Literally just put rocks on top of himself to joke around. Like, why are you like this, bro? Who made... Is that part of the God of Destruction training? Is that why Belmont's a clown? Because he'd be joking around? Is that actually a part of the God of Destruction training? Because isn't that what the Pride Trooper program is? It's just picking a new God of Destruction. And the only reason why Jiren's in it, because obviously he wants more power. Oh, Granola is One Punch Man, but it kills him. I see. Yeah, no, but DBS's power scaling, I've always said this, right? It's weird that Goku takes more damage from a bullet when he's an adult after he's absorbed God into his base form than when he was a kid and he never... Like, the literal first chapter of Dragon Ball where Bulma shoots him in the face with a machine gun and it doesn't even leave a scratch versus him bleeding from being shot by a gun in Dragon Ball Super. Like, I don't know, Dragon Ball Super has this weird obsession of wanting to make weapons super effective. Like for example... what's his name? Frost's poison needle being able to break the skin on Goku, but when Frost punches him, he can't do shit. Like, that's just weird, you know? Trunks' sword is relevant and effective again, but we know by the time of DBZ, he had to abandon his sword because it was genuinely so weak that Android 18 blocking his sword would break it. Not even attacking it, just blocking it. I don't know, man. If Super wants to bring weapons back in, they have to, like, do something. Like, just make everything like a Keyblade, like a Goku Black, you know? Make people, like, use key constructs for, like, weapons. Like, Goku makes, like, a key power pole. Characters make key swords and key guns. I don't fucking know, man. Just do something. Like, Granola uses a key sniper. Not like a sniper rifle, but, you know, his people manipulate their key like a sniper. They go, like, or like a bow and arrow. They go like this, right? They make, like, the string, and they make, like, what is it called? The knock, and then the actual arch of the bow itself. They recreate that, and then they fire their key like a bow and arrow. It's fucking weird, but, like, Dragon Ball Super's obsessed with weaponry, but they don't want to properly integrate it into the combat. So it just makes characters weak to guns for some reason. It's just so fucking weird. My only headcanon is that DBZ characters kind of have to expect the attack correctly for the defense to work properly, so the needle would work since he didn't expect it. I mean, maybe, but he's guarding the whole surface area of the punch, but the needle somehow hits him. That's kind of weird. Because he's expecting the punch to land on the entire surface area it connects on, but the needle somehow still breaks his skin. Yeah, it also doesn't explain why Kid Goku could tank bullets, because I'm pretty sure that's before Goku knew how to manipulate ki. I'm pretty sure he learns that from Master Roshi. Right? Like, I'm very sure Ki isn't properly introduced until Master Roshi talks about the Kamehameha and shit. This fight wasn't very fair because he didn't even have all of his stamina. Bro, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just being a dick. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. I really thought he was going to use his evasive there. Here goes. Oh, he's stuck. Uh-oh. Does he have a fast ultimate? Otherwise, it's not going to be enough. I guess not. We can't all be blessed with fast ultimates, though. Oh, shit. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Woo! I need to fix this. There we go. Oh, I knew he was going to go for the perfect block, but I couldn't dash around him. That's so tragic. Okay. That move did a whole 180 just to hit me. Damn. Damn, Xenoverse. That's crazy. Are you playing on Xbox? Yes. King, my friend, is trying to convince me that Toji can beat Krillin. You can pretty much just ignore any power scaling tick your friend has. I saw an edit of Billy being goofy in the captions. It's stronger than Nouvelette, by the way. Wait, he probably is.
Wait,
no, I'm joking about that, but yeah. What?
DBS episode where Krillin catches the bullet and gets like draws massive amounts of blood.
Yeah, the only problem is that Dragon Ball's power scaling is so bad. I wouldn't say Toji is stronger than Krillin, but he could beat Krillin just because Krillin massively bleeds when he gets shot by a gun. So Toji swinging Chain of 1,000 Miles plus the fucking Inverted Spear of Heaven would just kill Krillin. Like, he'd actually just die. It's so stupid, man. Yeah, Krillin and DBZ literally could never lose to Toji, but DBS Krillin somehow would. Because DBS's power scaling is so bad, you can make an argument that the 200% Holo Purple could kill Goku. Because he wouldn't be able to react to it in time, and then he would just die. Because he wasn't on guard. Like, that's so ass. I need you guys to understand that that's so ass.
Alright, I think there's talk about power scaling is cursed to my Twitter because someone's trying to argue Ologino can beat Sukuna again.
People love to argue characters that can beat Sukuna that can't just because Sukuna's the popular anime villain right now. Like, it happens to any popular anime that their main character and their main antagonist will always be used in power scaling because they're for example, Homelander. Homelander's not even an anime character. He's just a popular fictional character. He gets used in power scaling talks all the time. You know what I mean? So it doesn't even have to be that character is necessarily the strongest. It just has to be that they're popular. People will like to claim any character can beat insert new character, like insert new popular guy here. Which is why I said and argument can be made. I didn't speak in any certainty. Yeah. DBS needs that Bleach consistency. It does. DBS needs any consistency, to be honest. I don't get how they got so weak at Super. Gohan doesn't train for 7 years and he's still Cell Saga level. They don't train for a year in Super and they're Bullet level. Yeah. I think it's just Super's weird obsession of wanting to make weapons viable again, but not actually integrating them into a part of the power system. So it just makes characters look really weak for no reason. Like, okay, you know the way Toji stabs Gojo? If he does that to Goku, he actually just wins the fight, and that's it. End of story. Think of how stupid that is. I need you to understand how dumb that is. Goku apparently is suddenly too slow to react to it. He's not going to sense the danger coming like he's always been able to. And then his durability isn't high enough to take it either. That's so incredibly stupid that when he's on guard and focusing, multi-universal. When he's off guard, as weak as a normal human being. What the fuck? Is that not ridiculous? That's ridiculous. Remember the super shotgun that General Silver had was gonna kill Goku. Oh yeah, when he shoots Goku and he's like, yeah, this will kill him, and then he's okay, sure. We need the equivalent for lightsabers of weapons to... Yeah, no, we do. We need energy weapons in Dragon Ball. Because I need to reset the room, by the way, because it's been like the same the whole time. I will keep drop out Ludo because my bias is heavy. My bias is great. Divine Wrath. Could Goku catch rabies from a squirrel if he was caught off guard? Yes, apparently. Well, I want to assume Saiyan biology is better than that, but who knows? Because Saiyan biology probably would just, like, hard diff germs, right? OG Dragon Ball Roshi could blow up the moon. Exactly, dude. What about the bias for John 1000? Well, John 1000 can't be caught off guard. He's too different. Because if John 1000 is actually a Xenoverse character, that means he's stronger than everyone in Dragon Ball, just straight up. So, because, you know, Xenoverse characters, Super Dragon Ball Heroes characters, Dragon Ball Online characters, they're usually just stronger than the whole cast of the actual series. Bias factor, God Eater confirmed. Oh my god, I can't believe you actually remembered that. Red Ribbon had missiles that could blow up mountains. Yeah, those would apparently just kill Dragon Ball Super characters. F power scaling, I'm gonna need you to face Maharaga in chess. I'd still win. I would throw all the chess pieces on the ground. GG. No, I'd start eating them. No, then Maharaga would adapt and just pull them off my stomach. So, lol. So you would have to just throw them all onto the ground and say, there you go, he can't win now. COVID low dips the Dragon Ball Earth roster. It probably does. Maharaga ain't beating me in Tetris. Real. F power scaling, we don't need to know the weight of power. Just make her take a bath. Okay, that one was good. I liked that. I probably should have checked everyone's drip before kicking them from the room. I used to. I'm kind of L-mans for doing that. Should have checked everyone's drip. Okay. Since the Soul Stream has turned into power scaling, Goku's bullet level, Luffy's immune to bullets, Luffy upscale. Truly. That's actually true. And this isn't me going, oh, I hate Goku, so I'm just going to say Luffy's stronger than him. They're the ones who wrote in that characters in Dragon Ball are just that weak. That's not me being a dickhead. That's what they wrote. It's the same way how My Hero characters are way slower than everyone likes to believe because of the writing in the series. The same way how I love Dragon Ball, but you have to accept logically in a real fight, if Goku gets off guarded that bad, he just loses. Straight up. You know? Like, oh, here's a good example. Ultra Instinct Goku is outright just stronger than Granola, right? Or maybe you could say, well, Granola's wish makes him stronger than Goku. Okay, sure. Ultra Instinct gives him the ability to automatically avoid damage on his own. That's why it's autonomous. Right? And his power level raises to an unbelievable degree. You can't beat it. But Granola going, actually, my real body is over there. Or some shit. Oh, no, Granola goes, alright, you're actually only facing like a weird key clone of me that's like half my strength or something. Some weird like number like that. And Goku's like, the real you? And then Vegeta goes, Kakarot, the real him is right over there. And Goku goes, where? And then Granola combines or some shit, or the real Granola comes by and he one taps UI Goku. And UI Goku doesn't automatically dodge it or anything. Want to know why? It's not just because UI Goku's slower than Granola, he was also off guard, so he just loses in one fucking hit. One hit, UI Goku just loses because he's off guard. That's so fucking stupid, man. How is that not incredibly dumb?
Moro can regenerate his arm and it goes through Goku's chest, even though if he punched Goku in the chest, that wouldn't happen because
yeah.
Goku...
Oh, that's another example. If Moro punches Goku in the chest, it just hurts a lot. And Goku would tank it. But because Goku was off guard and didn't know he could regenerate his armor mid-combat, that's why I went through his chest. Goku would actually die to the same bullshit that Gojo and Sukuna get hit with by the Heavenly Restriction. If you just sneak him and attack him, he genuinely just wouldn't see it coming. Except unlike Gojo and Sukuna, who have higher endurance or regeneration or abilities to maintain their body even if they take critical injury, Goku would just die.
Also, you can't see Sukuna slashes, but you also can't sense them without the six eyes, which means Goku dies to Sukuna.
No, that's another thing. You can't see Sukuna slashes. Fucking hell. You can't see Sukuna slashes, so an argument can be made that Goku would just fucking oh no. No, let's just stop, man.
This is why power scaling is important, because you get shit like this.
This is why power scaling is important, man. Because Dragon Ball Super Goku, like, okay, Z Goku would literally just go, what the? No, that's the problem. Z Goku was a demon. He was extrasensory. He would be able to see or sense the slashes. And then also, he wouldn't even need to dodge them because he's that durable. He would walk through them in base form. But Super Goku wouldn't see them, he wouldn't sense them, and it would go through his whole body in one hit. because that's his durability. And that just pisses me off. That's just too stupid. I guess if you can't sense spatial distortions, then you can't dodge them. Yeah, spatial distortions. No, Goku should also be able to sense those logically, but you know Dragon Ball Super.
Apparently they can't sense anything that's not key.
Exactly. Dragon Ball Super scaling is just so ass, bro. You can make an argument that fucking Naruto and Luffy beat the shit out of Goku because they could off-guard him. Like, okay, Naruto finishes getting into a grueling fight of Naruto, and he was like, you were good, Naruto. I'll never forget you for as long as you live. And then a Naruto clone hits him with a Rasengan from behind and it one-taps him, like the common ray gun did. Like, is that not insane? Is that not nuts? If bullets make Goku bleed, a Rasengan would just fuck him up. And that's just stupid. It's so stupid, but I'm not the one who wrote that. Don't argue with me about how it's stupid and how I'm wrong. Argue with Toei. Because I'm not the one, I'm not telling you this and making up a scenario that doesn't exist so your favorite character loses. That's just what happens. That's what happens in the series. Go look at the series.
It also just implies that anything more potent than a bullet kills Goku if he's off guard. So think of any character that hits harder than bullet level. Denji. Fucking retard Denji could kill Goku.
Bro, Chainsaw Man characters could actually off-guard Goku. And that's so sad because Chainsaw Man characters are so weak. Chainsaw Man characters are so weak.
Fucking ant like Kobeni could kill Goku if he was off guard.
Okay, no, here's the thing about the base elephant thing. I know people like to argue base elephant and regular stone, but you have to remember that's Goku living his normal life with his lowest level power in Super Saiyan. He's trying to learn it, so he's probably making himself way weaker than he normally is just to master it. Like that's.
He doesn't take any damage. It just hurts him.
Yeah, and even then, he doesn't take any. He doesn't have a crushed hand. It's just ouch, fuck, that hurt. You know what I mean? Like if an elephant stepped on an actual human being's hand, it'd just be fucked, like beyond belief. You know what I mean? So he's obviously so stronger than a normal person. He's higher than bullet level for fuck's sakes. But when he's doing the Super Saiyan thing in the Cell Saga, that's him purposely nerfing himself as hard as possible to see if they can maintain Super Saiyan normally, which is why Super Saiyan can be upkept forever throughout the rest of Dragon Ball. Like it doesn't drain energy anymore, and you don't need to be in like a wrathful kind of state to maintain it. You can just do it normally. That's the whole point of that training. You know what I mean? That I can always defend. I can always defend that because there's a logical reason for why that happens. Krillin, that scene literally exists so Krillin can go, oh, Goku's a Super Saiyan now. He'd be so strong, nothing affects him. So he throws a stone at Goku as a joke and it actually hurts him and he's shocked by it and Goku explains why that happens. It's literally written for a reason. The super shit has no justification. Apparently base Goku just gets one shot by common ray guns and regular bullets cause bleeding on base Goku even when he turns around and guards them. Just because he didn't turn around and guard it fast enough. Oh my god. That's just so incredibly stupid.
Which means he can still be on guard, but if he's not fully on guard...
Yeah, he can still be on guard, but if he's not fully on guard, he just loses every fight. Like, that's just so incredibly stupid. No, that's just so bad. It's not funny. Base Elephant is basically someone pinching Goku. Short hurts, but doesn't actually do damage. Yeah, that's kind of the best way to describe Base Elephant.
Like,
Base Elephant.
Goku can get shot by bullets, and he's like, "Oh, that stinks," but it does no damage.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can riddle him with them, and it still does no damage, which means it's not like it's even doing any damage. It's like he's being...
Yeah. Uncle Toriyama wrote that peak explanation for a saga he didn't even want to write. His editor was literally just giving him relentless backshots the whole arc. The editor kept going, change this, change that, change this, change that, change this, change that, and he still manages to make peak writing. Cell Saga is some people's favorite saga, and Toriyama was being put through the ringer while he was writing it. That's just how good Toriyama's writing is, so that's how you know he didn't write any of the shit in Super, because what the fuck? Relentless what? My bad. I meant malevolent. The editor was giving him malevolent backshots. Oh, I should have checked everyone's drip. Wait, there might still be time. Okay, let's see. I'll do a proper drip check later, but for now, let's... Okay. He's always aura farming up there. He can never stop aura farming. Unreal. The writing is peaked because he was being hard wrangled. People don't realize that Toriyama unrestricted makes DBS. I get that. I know what you mean by that. If you give an author too much freedom, they can make some real bullshit like DBS. But you have to also remember that when he was free, he still made OG Dragon Ball and a lot of Z before, you know, the editors became really strict because Z was becoming way too successful. So they tried to make it even more marketable. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it makes a boatload of money, but we think we can maximize the amount of money this makes, so we're giving you an editor now. Something you didn't have to suffer with the Buu Saga. You know? I mean, sure, the editor definitely still made some, changes in the Buu saga. There's no way they didn't. But at the same time, if it was bad, he would have mentioned it like he did with the Cell saga, right? So I think you have to assume that if he had editors the whole time, it was never as bad as the Cell saga. Like, here's a good example. Oh boy, it's just the hate, it's flowing through. Chainsaw Man Part 2. If that nigga had editors like Toriyama, we would have never got the dog shit that we had. Because he needs someone to wrangle him back from making bad decisions. Goku was semi off guard by the bullets. I fully believe if he was fully off guard, we would have another Resurrection F situation. Yeah, probably, and that's really sad. Yeah, exactly. One literally needs to be glued to Murata at all times, otherwise we get manga One Punch Man instead of, the webcomic. Ooh. I totally forgot this iframe's on backets. Okay. Technology Dragon Ball Strong. I remember Tien couldn't break Jiro's door. I'm always gonna give that a pass because Jiro somehow made fucking robots that were so strong they could beat people who we'd never see, like Frieza. Like, I want to remind you, Jiro made star-destroying Frieza Saga robots to fight 8,000 power level Saiyan Saga Goku. Like, is that not completely fucking absurd? Like, I need you to understand that. That's ridiculous. So, of course, the door is going to be OP. I have no problems with the door being broken. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. We're just missing the range to do damage now, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Oof. Okay, now I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Jiro somehow made 90 the toothpaste. Of course, the door is strong. Yeah, legit. Boom, boom, boom. That is such a strong skill, man. Holy shit. Pretty much the only option I have is to just do that. Okay. You will know the power of the gods. Boom, boom, boom. Ichigo can't flash step and catch DBS Goku off guard and win? Yeah, he could. I mean, based on DBS's own logic, he should be able to. I was trying to charge up a bomb key blast, so I wasn't ready for that. Oh, that's actually gonna... Yeah, I fire the key blast. That's gonna just go through. I don't think that'll be enough to kill. I don't... Oh, wait.
Your love gives me strength.
Where's Ribrian? Wait, no. Please move, please move. I thought that was someone who wasn't... I thought that was someone who wasn't fighting anybody. I didn't mean to do that. Broly having a phase 2 entertains me. I love it. I love it as a mechanic. The phase 2 mechanic for DBS Broly in this game is so good. It's why I always recommend all of you guys to just save your Super Saiyan form for when you're on low health. Because the stat buff he gets, the healing, the stamina back, the ki back, all of that literally is just... It changes the fight. I went from Dropout resetting his stamina and winning the fight to just winning it because I have a second phase. Like, that's the actual way to play DBS Broly. He literally just is a two-faced fight. I mean, I still don't think it's as broken as Thank You Dragon Balls, but it's nice that a character has like a unique mechanic in general, because most Universe characters are just kind of bad, but then they have some good skills, and that's it. But Broly has an entire Super Soul and transformation mechanic behind it, which is really, really cool. Also, he becomes bigger, and his combos do more damage, and they change, so that also helps a lot. Earth's technology is worse than other planets in Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's actually true, and Gero still makes shit that insane. You think Toriyama made shit inputs for DBS so it was sabotaged and would make people love DBZ more? Nah. I think the problem with DBS is that Toriyama didn't really write it. Like, a main example is that in Toriyama's notes, there's no Vegito. Despite the Goku Black Arc having 6 pairs of Potara earrings in it, because you have Goasu's, Supreme Kai, well, not 6 pairs, 3 pairs, but 6 Potara earrings in it, right? You have Supreme Kai's, you have Goasu's, then you have Zamasu and Goku Blacks, each individually. There was no plans for Vegito. The anime just did it for hype. And then the manga also did it for hype. Vegito is not in Toriyama's notes for the Goku Black Arc. So, I mean, that's a good example of Toriyama not writing it. Because how does something that big end up in the series that he didn't write? Because he didn't write DBS. He just didn't do most of it. Some of the notes he gave were fucking super weird. And, like, Beerus has to say that he finds Ribrianne attractive. Why the fuck is that important? Like, I know Toriyama likes jokes, but Beerus being into BBWs is just... I don't think that's very essential, but whatever. He just wanted this gag, I guess.
I think Beerus actually might just be into green aliens, because he likes Ribrianne.
Yeah, Beerus might just be into, like, alien women or green aliens because he's purple. Because he likes Chilai, then he likes Ribrianne. So... Yeah. It's in Toriyama's notes that Beerus has to be like, oh, I think Ribrianne's hot as fuck. But it's not in his notes that Vegito Blue should show up in the Goku Black Arc.
That's so funny.
Also, Ultra Instinct wasn't in his notes either. So that's something the anime did for hype. Which makes sense, because it's the final arc of Dragon Ball. Let's give Goku one last hyper transformation, and then, end it. Right? You can tell because Toriyama's unique, or not unique, but his reference art for Ultra Instinct is just a recolored version of his Super Saiyan God reference art. Like, it's not even different. It's genuinely just what if Super Saiyan God had white hair and white eyes. It doesn't even have the buff muscles that the anime Ultra Instinct has, and the hair isn't even stylized the same as Ultra Instinct's, like, unique spiked up version of Goku's hair. It's literally just white Super Saiyan God. Like, you could tell Toriyama didn't come up with Ultra Instinct. Of course, everyone loves Ultra Instinct, so no one cares, and Toriyama's probably happy about Ultra Instinct making more money, but he didn't come up with it. It was the anime that came up with it, and then he did a recolored Super Saiyan God drawing for it. Yeah, it's still crazy that Xenoverse 2 DLC spoiled Ultra Instinct. It did. Actually, Xenoverse 2 had so much motion back in the day, it was spoiling stuff in the anime. Toriyama knew a real one when he wrote it. Yeah, making Beerus into fat bitches was his magnum opus. Okay, hold on. Everyone's fit here. Let's check you. I thought Ultra Instinct was a reference to the first Super Saiyan, like the beta design. No, if anything, Zamasu was supposed to be a reference to that. Because why the fuck does he just have, like, Zamasu's weird white hair? Also, Fused Zamasu is regarded as being in a Super Saiyan form. That's not his base form. He has a base form, but we'll just never know how it looks. I'm pretty sure Zamasu is supposed to be the reference to that, not Ultra Instinct. Because Ultra Instinct is supposed to have the same spiked hair that Super Saiyan would have. But it doesn't. It has Goku's base form hair. So, yeah. Jeru's fit is kind of weird. I don't know if the blue and the orange and the green will mesh well for me. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, Gohan Beast, if anything, is actually a more direct reference to the original Super Saiyan. Because it's literally white hair, red eyes. Oh, sorry. Or Z calls him El Blanco. It's true. I can't believe El Blanco became real. What the fuck? Like, that feels fake. That feels fake. It'd be like if the JJK revival theories actually happened. Like, that just... no, El Blanco is more of a meme, because people memed about it for years, and then it became real. When leaks were coming out about, oh, what's in Superhero, people were saying El Blanco is in the movie. And people were like, it's a lie. And then too many leakers and too many different language sources were saying, white hair, red eyes. White hair, red eyes. Gohan gets white hair, red eyes. El Blanco. And people were like, is it a filler movie? Is it a joke? Maybe it's a joke scene. And then the leak starts saying it's Gohan's final form. And people are like, okay, that has to be a fucking joke. And then the trailer comes out and you see it and you're like, oh, it's real. You know what I mean? So, it's so funny. Beast feels like a fan fiction form even after watching the movie. Beast still does feel insane. I mean, we did get SSJ4 canon before Toriyama died. We did, yeah. Let's not forget, some people talk about how fan-made Super Saiyan 10 could be a reference to Beast Gohan. I don't even remember what Super Saiyan 10 looks like, bro. The only one I know is Super Saiyan 100, where he has so much hair it covers the whole screen.
Yeah, in the context, Beast was gonna be blue, remember? Like,
yeah.
It was like blue and shit.
Brienne looks nice. I like the mix of the darks and the black and the purples, the dark colors. Direwolf. Direwolves, they hit fire.
Yeah, Wolfang Fist.
Wait, does he have Wolfang Fist? He doesn't. Damn.
Missed opportunity.
I like the fit though. I like the way they did the shoes too. Is that those are custom colors, right? Or oh, I totally forgot about DBS Vegeta. I thought you just customized a pair of shoes to look like that. I totally forgot DBS Vegeta has the DBS style shoe, or DBS King Vegeta has the DBS style shoes. And then we have Gohan. His face is a bit scary, but I respect the drip. And then obviously drop out farming, like aura farming right away. No hesitation. Still a good fit. So, hey, guy called Steed, you missed my milestone message. Whoops. Did I do that? Okay, let me see if I can. It'd probably be easier to find it here. B-Man's been a member for 55 months. Holy shit, man. And B-Man says, Steed, how would you write a fight between a... Thanks so much for the 55 months also, by the way. Holy shit. How do you write a fight between a Takaba-type comedian ability against a stronger but miserable person that won't entertain anything? I'd probably have the fight end with the guy enjoying the comedy. Hold on. I'd probably have the fight end with the miserable guy enjoying the comedy and developing from it. Because fights, I know people like to say hype and aura moments, fights are just blah, 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 but fights are usually like another, or I guess you could say a more entertaining way to have characters develop or progress their story. Right? I would probably use it to make the stronger miserable guy. At first he'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Actually trolling, actually just wasting my time. But then he'd probably like start to enjoy it and like it. And then, you know, be like, this is cool, you know? Maybe I now enjoy the idea or the concept of a fight, or maybe I just enjoy you as a person, right? I think that's the way I'd probably write it. Not with like someone dying or anything, just a stronger guy probably developing from it. Do I want to play Frieza? Nah. Let's just random. Oh, let's pick you. Ah, yes, he's missing most of his moves. Excellent. That's still better than his OG priest. I'm not even kidding. Face looks scary. Casually disrespecting John 1000. I see. Solo leveling is entertaining. It's true. But if you say solo leveling is entertaining, people will just call you stupid off rip.
And the same motherfuckers will consume Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. If you say solo leveling is entertaining, people will call you stupid, but those people think Chainsaw Man is good, so they actually have no leg to stand on. Solo leveling's ending dwarfs Chainsaw Man's by 1,000,000 years. Like, solo leveling is in the far future, and Chainsaw Man is in the Stone Age. I'm kind of stalling the fight because I need my Super Soul to kick in. Because my stats will just ass until it kicks in. Only 10 more seconds left. Okay, I only have 2 fight. What? This DLC remove. Oh, there we go. Now my Super Soul's on. Boom. Oh, okay. He perfect blocked her right away. I mean, I guess Broly doesn't punch that quick, but still, that... Okay. I would like to see anything. Holy shit, maybe picking Broly and then this map was a mistake. That's so broken that he can do that. That's actually just disgusting. Unvanishable grab combo, bro. Broly should punch faster? Yeah, because it takes him so long to throw out a punch, bro. What the fuck is going on here? I want to be a part of this. Wait, let me be behind Kefla. There we go. Broly is such a supportive father to go to his daughter's dance practices and cheer her on by dancing as well. He's such a good father. You know, they actually used to call Broly the legendary King of Blessings. It was all until that evil Kakarot and his friends went to Broly's home planet to terrorize him and destroy him and his people after he gave random indigenous people a nice place to stay and work, jobs, and be able to support themselves and eat. Kakarot and his evil friends came to the planet and they sent a rogue star its way that Broly was going to block and defend. And then they killed him for it. Fucked up if you ask me. The legendary dad who stepped up. Peak fan service. King of Blessings. Yeah. Oh god, it's the Jad. Yeah, it's a dance from GT. How does Son sees Dragon Ball? Freaky Ludo. Broly propaganda, peak propaganda. It's real. Broly, my daughter, your step was wrong. Let me show you how it's done. Proceed to do the Dante dance from DMC5. All this is missing is a visual idea of Broly doing this shit at 2 times speed while you're saying this. Oh yeah. The King of Blessings videos where people always just glaze an antagonist and say he was actually a good person, but the bring your daughter to Revenge Day. It's true. The things you thought as deep writing were actually just hype and aura moments and goon fuel to the bike cuck known as Fujimoto. Oh my god. It's true. I think I've explained this already, right? Chainsaw Man is actually hype and aura moments. Like, it's actually. Like, I'm not kidding. It genuinely has more hype and aura moments than fucking JJK. But people want you to believe it's the other way around because JJK is more popular and more people like it. For example, look how many Chainsaw Man chapters end with Yoru pointing and about to do something shocking just for the next chapter to start with her not doing the thing. It's literally just, let's make the reader think something super cool is going to happen next chapter and then not deliver on it. Because I'm not good at writing anything and I have no way to keep you invested in the story. Left and left, spin and turn, and a great big smile. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. Like, oh, here's a really good example actually. And I'm gonna say it in the most wow, Broly's getting ISO'd. See, he's the King of Blessings, and Kakarot sent his evil time patrollers to go back in time to take Broly away from his daughter. So evil, bro. So evil. What was I gonna say? Like, a good example is if Fujimoto was writing the Final Finger scene, and that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it. If Fujimoto's writing the Final Finger Sukuna scene, the chapter would end with showing the final finger, and the next chapter would just fucking ignore it completely. Or they wouldn't follow through on it. The next chapter wouldn't be showing what happens with the finger and showing why they show it, right? It would just be, and when I say the final finger, I don't mean the end of the series, I mean in the final fight, right? In the final fight, when they show where the final finger is and all that stuff, it wouldn't be there to, you know, obviously be for a scene. It would just be, oh my god, they're gonna do something insane with this. Oh, never mind, they're not gonna do anything. It's just there. It's just there. What's another good example? And I always say this. probably the most Fujimoto chapter in JJK, and it's the one I always criticize for the way it ends, is the New Year's chapter. The one where Yuji, you know, he grabs the thing and he goes, I am a Jujutsu sorcerer. And then the next chapter starts with nothing happening. You know what I mean? That's the most Fujimoto chapter that Gege has ever done, or like the most Fujimoto cliffhanger that Gege ever does in like all of JJK to my remembrance. Because genuinely and that's the worst part too. Gege only did it because, oh shit, it's New Year's. I have to end off with something big, otherwise maybe readers won't be invested enough to come back to my series after they, you know, have all their New Year celebrations and all that shit. Because, you know, Shonen Jump isn't going to publish anything for a few weeks because of New Year's. So you have to end off with something big. Oh, let me just have this scene look like it's about to lead into something crazy when it doesn't lead into anything. You know what I mean? That's the most Fujimoto his writing ever gets. Now, by comparison, look how many times that happens in Chainsaw Man. Literally almost every chapter. Almost every chapter is something's about to happen, never mind. Something's about to happen, never mind. Something's about to happen, never mind. You'd think you'd get copyrighted considering you just showed an entire episode of GT. Oh, because of the dancing. Oh my god, bro. Do you mean because of the dancing or because there was ass on the screen and GT is ass? There's two jokes there. There's two jokes there, and I'm not sure which one you were going with. The next chapter would have been Power showing Power's BBL she paid for using Kobeni's brother's college fund. You're right. That's probably what it would have been. See, it would have been better if the Fight Club Fury was real and Yoru was just an alternate personality of Asa. Yeah. I mean, anything would have been better than what we actually got. So any Fury that anyone has is better than what we actually got. The only Fury that would be worse than what we actually got is exactly what we got. So. Kefla's cheeks were on screen for about 5 minutes. Okay, I was looking at Kefla from the front. You can't lie. I knew to not do it from the back. I know you guys are demons. You're beasts. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna try and not rant about Chainsaw Man, but I did just want to bring up how the writing really is hype and aura moments, and people like to pretend it's not. Like, it really is just hype and aura moments. There are way too many chapters that just end with something big's about to happen and nothing happens. Bro, Denji gets a whole separate transformation that doesn't have any new abilities and probably isn't even stronger based on what we see. It's actually the most nothing transformation. He literally just gets another transformation because it looks cool and it makes you think it's going to do something and then it doesn't do anything. Imagine if Gohan got Super Saiyan 2 against Cell and there was no difference in the fight. Like, Gohan didn't get any stronger. There's no massive leap in power. There's no change in his resolve. It's just the exact same fucking fight. That'd be so anus. Like, Chainsaw Man actually does. I don't know if I'd say it has more hype and aura moments than Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling is kind of like, there's a lot, but it does have way more than JJK, by far, to the point where it doesn't even follow up on any of them. Like, I think the main reason why things are called hype is because it's anticipation, right? You can't just generate hype by just throwing something in someone's face and making them think it's going to be cool. It's anticipation. You want to see two characters fight because the anticipation of what that clash looks like has always been in your head. And it leads to generating hype. You know, the anticipation of what might be in the next chapter is what's getting you excited. But then when it's nothing, it's just a hype and aura moment with nothing else to it. So... yeah, like what's a good example? Hype and aura moment might be considered Goku running up on Frieza because King Kai established, nigga, do not fight Frieza. I swear to fucking Lord, please don't do that. Then Goku has to rush Frieza down because his friends are gonna die, you know, facing Frieza. So he gets there as fast as possible. Frieza even drops Vegeta to look at a guy who is 1% of his power level. And Goku even does a slow walk with all this aura around him because the anticipation of these two clashing is like an idea that's been in the reader's mind. They're like, I really want to see what happens when Goku fights the strongest in the universe. You know? Shit like that. So, it's actually important to deliver on the hype and aura moments. Otherwise, they are just hype and aura moments. There's just nothing else to it. Good hype and aura moments are cultivated because of people's investment in the story and the writing. Yeah, exactly. Hype is the build up to the fight. Auras when Goku does his speech, speed blitzes Frieza, and also tanks Death Beam and shits on Frieza. Yeah. Hype and Aura is the SJ2 Gohan. I want him to suffer scene. Yeah, that I want him to suffer just a little bit longer. And like, at least there's a reason for Gohan doing that, even if it's really illogical. It heavily contrasts with Gohan's character, the whole of Dragon Ball. Suddenly he's a big fan of suffering instead of just getting the job done. Let's do... Should we reset the room again? I think I should reset the room again. Even if it's only the same people that join. I at least want to give people a chance to get in, you know? I think it's fair. Boom, 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 boom. Man, getting to interact with you is the best part of these streams. That's the direct opposite of what people say outside of my streams. People talk to me and go, wow, you're fucking annoying. Okay, no, I'm kidding. That's very nice to hear. Thank you so much for that. Oh, Jesus. Thank you so much for that terror. Oh, wait, hold on. That's my secret. I usually hold my breath and my hiccups go away. Or any other thing going on.
I pace my breathing to get rid of my hiccups. Because hiccups happen when your esophagus and your windpipe aren't back. I thought I just cracked it. I actually got terminology. But basically they're out of sync, right? So I just take deep breaths and make sure. You know how sometimes when you get a weird throw up or gut feeling, like when you try to like swallow food or swallow air, it's got like a weird kind of like, it just doesn't work properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to kind of get rid of that and also take.
Steve, if Cell couldn't blow himself up, how long do you think Gohan would actually go? He'd probably just go until Cell's in his first form and then he would kill him. He would probably he'd probably be able to beat 17 out of him as well.
He just ruined Mustangs him. He just beats him to death slowly.
Steve, what are your thoughts on High School DxD? I've never watched it. I know you guys are like, but Steve, you're the Goon Lord, which is, I don't know how I earned that title, but sure. I've never watched it. I've never been invested in it. Look, I'm not saying big boobs are bad. They're great. Hell, if anything, they're ideal. But I kind of need more than that to watch a show. I really do need more than that to invest myself in watching a show. Goon Lord? No, I'm the Goon Devil. Hiccups drink water? Yeah, that also works. You're welcome, Steve Man. Also, Gohan became the Aura Man with every new transformation after Cell. Truly. They just dedicate Gohan to Aura Man.
Aura Man feels more like slander than a title you'd want to have.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Very first thing I hear when I join the stream is Steve saying big boobs. Okay, my apologies. I didn't I forgot about that. Should I get this game if I've never played it? My friend wants me to get it. I think it's a bit too late to get Xenoverse, and if you get the game, you'll probably want to get all the DLCs with it as well, so you can get all the moves and all the characters, which is a shit ton of money. So I would say get it at your own discretion, but I personally would say no, it's a bit too late to get Xenoverse, especially... Oh my god, and then how long it takes to get to the current level cap. Holy shit. You have to actually spend money to get to the current level cap. It's too hard to grind out. It's too hard to grind up to that level. It's too long and it's too hard. You have to actually spend even more money to grind the levels. So, I would probably say not to do it. What's the best DLC? DLC 6 is the best DLC. I think most people agree with that. That DLC 6 is the best DLC. Oh, Colossal Saiyan, thanks so much for the $10 donation with Super Chat. Colossal Saiyan said, hello again, Steed. Sorry if I annoy you with this again. But if you wanted to watch any of the Xenoverse 2 music videos I made, you don't have time on stream to watch them, you can make videos about them as well. That'd probably be easier to do, to make a video on it, because when I have time, I can always just record a quick video, right? That makes sense. Thank you so much for that also. For the donation, Colossal saying. It's too long and it's too... Oh my god. You guys need to pay less attention when you're watching my stream sometimes. Because the things you choose to focus on, holy Christ. Oh yeah, if you get Xenoverse on PC for mods, sure, but if you want to play with your friends, I'm assuming it's not on PC, right? Otherwise your friend would have said, hey, by the way, get it on PC. Cool. Could Broly beat Cumber? He logically shouldn't be able to because of Super Dragon Ball Hero scaling, but if it's like the first... Okay, if it's a Super Dragon Ball Heroes Cumber that UI Goku beats, maybe Broly can beat that one, but he probably can't beat the, you know, the modern actual Cumber. You know what I mean? Like, didn't just say, and I quote, big boobs are great, hell, they're ideal. I did say that. I did say that, and I won't deny it. What does Yuji say? I'm not trying to lie, and I won't deny it. Xenoverse 3 should definitely feature the entire Sonic Frontier soundtrack. Sure, I agree with that. Crazy how Heroes doesn't glaze Vegeta and Gogeta as much as regular series does. Yeah. Hero scaling is fucked, so the answer is maybe. Yeah, the answer is kind of just maybe. Still waiting for one more person. Unless if this last slot is just completely broken. Did you want to... Okay. Anime don't need two big plots to be good, but at least a good plot. But the two big plots wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, you know. Hero scaling is so dumb. Z Legendary Super Saiyan Broly was beating up Dark Dragon Ball Golden Frieza. Like, what the hell? Broly, like Z Broly specifically, always just gets glazed no matter what. He doesn't even have to be an SSJ4. He just gets glazed all the time. This macro guy said I sound like Stewie from Family Guy. What? What is this guy talking about? He's actually insane. Say Cook Whip? Yeah. Cook Whip. You. Z Broly is truly the legendary Super Saiyan. He is. Koyama really loved glazing DBZ Broly. Ah, so that's the man responsible. Is High School DxD 18 plus uncensored? I think. I don't know. I don't know enough about High School DxD. You guys are actually just asking me about High School DxD, a series I know nothing about. What are your thoughts on High School DxD power scaling? I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay, look. It's an ecchi harem, so I'm assuming the main character is the strongest there ever is. That's usually how it goes, right? He's probably one of the random unnamed characters that people can never remember their name. That can beat Goku or some shit. I don't know shit about High School DxD, so I'm making an assumption. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. If he has a gun, he can beat Goku. My bad. Fucking hell, DBS. I hate Dragon Ball Super so much, bro. High School DxD in prison school. Okay, prison school's actually peak. I've watched prison school. Prison school's actually peak. Is it right to say prison school is more ecchi than High School DxD? I haven't watched High School DxD, so I can't say that. But prison school's really ecchi. It's really, really, really ecchi. But it's just so fucking good. I would still recommend it. For your safety, please only watch prison school if you're like an adult. All right. I don't want to direct any children to go watch prison school because I don't want your mum to walk in and be like, Junior, why are you watching this shit? The Stedo chick guy on stream said I should watch it. And then one day I'm streaming, I'm just like, hey guys, it's me against Stedo here. And an angry woman walks into the room and starts strangling me. And you're watching the stream and you're like, Mom? Your mom just tracks me down and just kills me on stream. Because I recommended the High School DxD. Or Prison School. What was I gonna say? Damn it. But Prison School's really fucking good, man. I think it's absurdly funny. Somehow has amazing action. Plot's really entertaining. And then if you really like big boobs and big asses and all that shit, it's got loads of that too. So, Prison School's just really good. Prison School is much more ecchi from what I know. High School DxD is mostly boobs, but Prison School is more varied in terms of error content. Yeah, it really is. I still think it's so funny though. I actually think Prison School is worth the watch. Steve, would you consider 19 an adult? Since I'm an old man, I would actually consider like you being 20 to be an adult. No, 21, drinking age, right? I feel like the age, I think I've said this take before. I think the age of consent is too low. They need to raise it because people are stupider than they used to be, right? And because with experience comes knowledge and time comes knowledge, the age of consent should be higher because there's too many dumb people now. Look at the takes we get nowadays are worse than the takes we get before on all the social media. It doesn't matter. Social media, politics, fucking the bar, schools, any place you go, the people talking are dumber than they used to be, right? When you hear people say something, you're like, wow. When I was using the internet back in the day, people would never used to say shit this stupid. But now it's all the time. So I think they actually do need to raise the age of consent because there's too many stupid people. You've given children access to things too early, and they're rotting their brains faster than they did before. All right. Like bro, I used to use as many free chances I could get to watch Family Guy when I was too young for it. I won't lie. I would watch Family Guy and say fuck when I wasn't supposed to, because like I wanted to do all of that shit, but I'm not gonna say you should police everything your children do. But I think the moderation I got did actually make me more sensible, right? In hindsight, no matter how you feel, moderation does make you a more stable or more controlled person. Shouldn't become full-on policing or tiger parenting, but moderation is good. But I feel like people are super again, iPad kids. There's a reason why that term exists, right? People just leave their children to go entertain themselves on endless slop, and then they just become like a brain-dead drooling animal, saying, Red Rock is more iconic than Kamehameha. And have a brainless shit. So, Forrest says, I didn't grow up with the internet and I'm retarded. Okay, that's Forrest's words, not mine. I think you're a pretty cool guy for it, but I understand. I understand. The internet does help. I think it's the ability to socialize in general that aids in how we interact with other people, right? Or how we learn stuff. Because when you socialize with people, they'll teach you things even inadvertently, right? They'll teach you things that you never knew about, and you're like, oh, more knowledgeable on this topic and stuff like that, right? Even unintentionally, like even the random people I would talk to on Xbox or who'd be on my Xbox friends list that I would just play Halo with and talk with. I think all of those moments like did mold me into the person I am today. Even the stupid videos I watch on the internet definitely changed me into the person I am, because I used to watch a lot of bullshit like Machinima and John CJG, RB and the Chief, all that bullshit. And they always used to make fun in those shows of like people who are obsessed with like trying to get girls on the internet, like all the time. Like I swear to God, every single like John CJG based Machinima has one joke about a character who's obsessed with trying to get like, who's trying to hit it with some girl through the mic. And me watching those and going, wow, that's lame as fuck, and you get laughed at for doing that. It made me like almost just never. I never. No online dating, no online girlfriends, no nothing. What? Look what they did to my DLC moves, bro. Oh my goodness. I think stuff like that made it so like I can never talk to someone through the mic and be like, oh my God, I wanna wed them. And I'm gonna like turn into like a simp, all that bullshit that happens, that people who always think they can just hit it with someone over the ocean, over the internet somehow. You know what I mean? I think ironically rotting my brain on stupid, YouTube machinimas also molded me into the person I am today. The things you consume really do just turn you into the person you become. So try and consume things that are good for you. TLDR. You know what I mean?
Trust is a worthless ideal.
A worthless ideal. Oh, Lerino, thanks so much for the $5 donation. Said AOC should be the same like it is. Age of Consent should be the same like it is in Asia and in anime. The fuck? Okay, well, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I'm very sure he said that as a joke, though. Yeah, that reminds me when they were raising the age of... Oh, my bad, bro. You needed to charge, my bad. That reminds me when they were raising the age of consent in Japan and people were getting mad. Nigga, are you Japanese? Do you live in Japan? Like, disregard being annoyed that the age of consent is getting higher, because no matter... Look, even if you have a really good defense for it, it's always going to make it sound like you're a predator. It's one of those things where if you try to defend it, no matter what, even if it's somehow a good defense, it's just too weird, you know? But you don't live in Japan, you're not Japanese, and you're not a Japanese child. So why the fuck do you care? You know? I totally forgot what this guy's moves were. I'm just pressing anything, bro. What's the point of online dating in the first place? I'm not gonna lie, people do actually find their significant others through online dating. That's just a fact. It can happen. But me personally, it's probably just not for me. I'm probably gonna end up with someone who just fucking lives nearby or happens to be like, in the same field as me, or maybe I go somewhere and I interact with a person physically, and that's probably what happens. But I don't think online dating I don't think it works. Like, I'm gonna sound like such a bastard saying this, but I don't see many cases where online dating has ever worked for my friends, just in other people's lives in general, whether it be my favorite YouTubers and other bullshit. I just never see it work. So maybe it can work, you guys probably know some people it worked out for, but I have never seen it. Even amongst friends, we'll all be in a friend group, and two friends will start hitting it off and getting together, and then they just break up really quickly, and then they speak to each other way less than before they were just friends, and it makes me go, damn, this shit really doesn't work. So maybe you guys have seen some cases of it working, but I haven't. So that's why my opinion is that it probably can work. Again, nothing's impossible. Theoretically, someone could probably get strong enough that they could just punch the planet and destroy it. Maybe, I don't know. But I've never seen it work. So it's why I feel like I can have such I think it's always made all of my interactions with all of my female friends easier, because they know I'm not trying to hit on them, at least, which always makes things easier. So online dating isn't meant to work. It's by design, you idiot. They want you to stay on those apps and those sites. That is a very good point. They do want you to keep using those apps and those sites. Meat Canyon just made the video very much like the dating scene. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't really watch a lot of Meat Canyon videos. Prolefty's big on animation, so he does watch Meat Canyon more than I just happen to be in the room when it happens. Oh. I'm wondering, does Mighty Key Explosion beat Charge? I'm very curious on that. Oh. Okay. He needs to go beat that guy up. For me, it's a mix of people IRL have said things to me, lessons, and also videos I've watched from other people in line that made me the way I am now as well. Yeah, you really do just become a culmination of the things that happen to you in your life, Oh, are you guys gonna get ready for some Giga Glaze? You didn't think I could somehow make this about glazing JJK? Like Yuji in JJK Modulo. Exactly. Becomes exactly like Nanami, becomes exactly like Gojo, becomes exactly like all of these people, even says their quotes and all the different things that they do, even starts dressing like them, because you really do just become a culmination of the things that happen to you in your life. Bombs away! All the things you experience, I guess. Anything, right? So, do your best to not, doom scroll and be sad all the time and watch videos that will just, put more nihilism in your brain and shit. Or whatever the fuck people do to make money nowadays. People are always willing to do anything to make a quick buck. Alpha male schemes, all that shit. Don't watch anything that's just gonna, poison your brain, because it will affect how you exist as a human being. At this point, Gege has to pay you. Oh yeah? I glaze JJK so much, I'd still pay Gege. How about that? Weren't expecting that, were you? Ooh. I could have killed him. We were so close to killing him. If he did double Super Kamehameha, he might have actually killed me before the timer ran out. Like, double Super Kamehameha off rip would have killed me. Meat Canyon is my goat, the absolute greatness to... Oh, thank you so much, B-Man, for the $5 donation. Holy crap. Meat Canyon is my goat, the absolute greatest to B-Man, with the exception of Steedo J, of course. Thank you so much for the $5 donation, B-Man. That was very kind of you. Not enough women know there's billions of dollars going into researching androids that will replace them. What does that mean? What do you want the women to do about it? Counter-fund it? I just realized isn't it insane? Main timeline Goten and Trunks don't have S. Well, yeah, main timeline Goten and Trunks should have SSJ2. I don't think is SSJ2 Goten real at all. Like Trunks has had SSJ2 and 3, but Goten has never reached SSJ2 in any media, right? Like not even in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. So his fellatio knows no limits. I'm literally the meme panel of Yuji saying he's doing tricks on it. Yuji has never seen glazing like this. Like I'm literally just that. Boom, 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 boom. Goten is apparently always stuck on Super Saiyan no matter what Dragon Ball title is. Yeah. He's never gone past that. By 2024, all humans will have an Android 17 or an 18 in their bedroom. See, that's small-minded thinking. Because you could have said Android 21. And for the ladies, Android 16. Or for the very brave men, Android 16. And this isn't about being gay. I mean, you have to be brave because look how big that nigga is. Chai said, look at what I sent you. Okay. Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Android 13. Oh, you're right. And if you're a guy who just picks up and punches you in the sack. Let's see. Gorlok the Destroyer Optimus Prime. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this and I don't want it to pour through my mic. So... or like into the headset or whatever. Steve, you will have an Android 16 and an Android 13 in your room. Okay? That's the same thing as just cursing me. You realize that, right? Hey, by the way, you're going to get visited by both the biggest androids. Med donated $10 to Super Chat or 100 ARS and said, did I hear SJ2? Now play SJ2 Teen Gohan. Hey, I have to. Whichever character's in the donation, I have to play him. So, thank you so much, ARS, for the $10 donation for Super Chateau. And I think we have time for one more match, so sure, I'll play SJ2 Teen Gohan. You reminded me of that clip when you said that guy about trying to get girls through the microphone. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe for some people it works, but I wouldn't risk it. Like, all the time I could be using to try and rizz up a girl who's over the ocean and probably lives in, like, fucking America, fucking India, Africa, Japan, and ocean away. All the time I could be using to, like, rizz up a girl and raise my gotcha chance of pulling her as a girlfriend from 0.2% to 0.4%, I could be using to maximize my Great Swords technique in Monster Hunter Wilds. Now you tell me which one sounds like a better use of my time. Exactly. Now you understand. Also, spoiler alert. I think I've actually said this mentality before. Any girl who you think is attractive, someone else probably also thought that, and she's probably with them. So I'm not saying assume every girl has a boyfriend and give up on relationships and just die. I'm not saying go on. Okay, I almost didn't pick him. I'm not saying just give up on relationships. I'm just saying that you need to think, Mark, think. That's not the quote. The quote is just think, Mark. He doesn't say it twice, but people always. When the meme was going around, people thought he was saying it twice.
Yeah, that's because he said it twice in the comic.
Oh, good shit. Good shit then. He does say it twice in the comic. I only watched Invincible season 1, and then I read from that point further. I didn't go back.
Hey, are you a relative of mine or something?
Are you a relative of mine or something?
Have we met before?
Is that Goten? Wait, who else is locked onto me? Okay, well, I'm going after Goten. We're gonna curse each other. Let's lop. Okay, never mind. I have to fight this guy. He really. Oh no. Okay, well, I don't have to. Okay. Oh boy, Teen Gohan. He's a special case because he's basically unplayable. He's so fucking ass. He's so slow. I can't even clash with people. I just lose. He's so ass. It's not funny. Okay. Pretty delicious camera angle just now. Oh, Masenko doesn't go that far. I'm probably going to just have to spam Masenko for damage, right? Because this guy is kind of doomed. Oh my goodness, bro. Why they give Android 16 recruitment other male characters a fat ass in this game? I don't know. Why did they give Frieza and Vegeta massive bulges? They were just feeling that way. Does he not want to fight me with an attack limit burst? He's gonna win anyways, so. Crazy how Goten gets better buffs than Teen Gohan in Xenoverse 2. Yeah. Well, Xenoverse 2's balance is so ass. It's the only game where Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Teen Gohan and Cell are bad, but Hercule is broken as fuck. I need you to understand that every other Dragon Ball game somehow has Gohan always OP, Cell is always OP, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is always OP. And then Hercule is always bad because that's the joke. But only Xenoverse 2 somehow does the opposite, with making all of these characters who are amazing awful, and then Hercule is broken as fuck. Like, that's how bad Xenoverse 2 is. Jesus Christ. Dude! This game's connection is just too bad. It's just too bad. It's just too bad. I'm already playing a fucking butt cheeks character, and then everything drops too. Like, that's just too much, man. Oh, look at the tracking! I could only dream of getting tracking like that. Fuck! Alright. Boy Season 5 is in a couple of days. I see. I mean, Hercule being strong is funny. So strong that he's extremely unfun to fight against and everyone uses him online. Don't think that's funny. He's not even strong in a mechanically sound way. It's because he's chock full of iframes and he does so much fucking damage that you can't do shit about it. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Teen Gohan needs more than a custom, needs better. Yeah, Teen Gohan needs way more than a custom. He's unbelievable. I already lost, so I have nothing to fight for. Teen Gohan is so unbelievably bad, a custom wouldn't even save him. Because all a custom would do is give him maybe better stats, but he'd probably have way less health and way less stamina because of how weak customs are now. All he would get is different supers, and he's so bad he needs more than better supers. Like, he would definitely get Ki Blast Cannon, which is broken as fuck, but like, he needs way more than that, man. He's so sorry. What the hell is going on here? And the worst part is the Hercule is so good and he doesn't even have the essential mechanic of being able to Z-vanish. Exactly, dude. He's just broken as fuck. That's just how dog shit the balance is in this game. Is Berta even fast in this game? No. Berta's not even fast in this game either. Like, characters who punch really quickly and have lots of reach are like Goku Black and Vegito and base Goku and stuff. Berta, who is fucking Titanic and his whole gimmick is speed, doesn't even attack that fast and he doesn't have that much range when he goes for attack. Yeah, Teen Gohan honestly needs an entire character overhaul. He actually does. He does need an entire character overhaul. I'm not kidding. If they added a base form Teen Gohan to the game, that would actually save Gohan. Because it would be able to go Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. And then that would just be better than this. That would be a better character than this. If they added a base Teen... I think Xeno Coffee said that in a video. If they added a base Teen Gohan to the game, he'd be way better. I think I remember saying this as well when Baby came out. When Baby first came out, people were like, oh, we should have been in the game at the launch because blah, blah, blah. And I said, Baby is fucking amazing because it took so long to make him. If he came out at launch, he would have been way worse. His moves would have been way less unique. And you would already forget about him. You know what I mean? Like, Baby being a DLC character actually saved his rep. Because shit like Handy Cannon, mechanics like Revenge Death Ball, Variant Drive, all that shit, they weren't doing stuff like that in the base game. Like, okay, Riot Javelin is like the only move that had like a low health mechanic, and even then it's just, it does more damage. It's not anything special, like how Variant Drive has an unblockable part, how it's a combo super that also gets damage boosts at low health, reverse shot, Revenge Final Flash, Revenge Death Ball, his super soul. You wouldn't get stuff that unique if he came out when the game came out. So yeah. Yeah, base DBS Gogeta's a fucking monster, is another great example of that. Would Caulifla be better if they were to add her base form? Caulifla's pretty good now, but her base form would probably enhance her character. It'd be weird to do that though, because she's already DLC as a Super Saiyan 2, so making a DLC of her base form, that probably wouldn't make any money. Like, the reason why you could do that for Gohan is because he's a launch day character. Like, you didn't have to pay extra money to play that character. And the only reason why they can get away with it with Gogeta is because he's so hype. Also because Gogeta's missing like half of his moves. He was missing Meteor Explosion and Comet Strike and all that shit. Oh yeah, did you rant about One Punch Man yet? I think something happened. The fact that you said I think something happens goes to show you how nothing happens in that series. I haven't ranted about One Punch Man yet. Let me find it. One Punch Man, Reddit. That's the only way I can find One Punch Man chapters when I want to look for them. I go on the Reddit because the actual release schedule is so unbelievably anus. You can't keep up with it. Okay, let's see. Maybe. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Let's do this. One Punch Man chapter 227. Let's see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, there we go. 12 days ago. Does that count as new? Did I go through this already? The first actual page of the chapter is Murata showing you that he really, really enjoys the female anatomy. Okay, off to a good start. Why is Tank Top Master doing Tank Top Suck? I kind of don't care enough to read the whole thing. I actually don't. Like, I actually don't give a shit. I actually want to stop. It's not even that many words and I'm tired. Like, I don't like One Punch Man at all. I think I'm gonna just stop reading it. I don't care. I actually just don't give a shit. Okay. I can't believe we didn't get Rosa or Sean in Street Fighter 6. We might in a later DLC pack, but not right now. But yeah, it's been 2 hours. I'm probably just gonna end the stream so I can eat food and then make the next video. Chai, if you're down, maybe we can play like rivals. If Butcher and Z are also on, right? Then maybe all of us can get together and play it, but I'm probably gonna eat food and like, I don't know, lie on the ground, my favorite pastime. So, only 18 pages, probably 30 panels, 5 sentences, One Punch Man, boring. I see. Bye, Steve. Thanks for the battles and have a nice day. Well, thank you too, Brian. Have a nice day. See you too, fella. And bye-bye. Will you stay hot? I can't believe you guys still ask that. Think we could either have a max level of 199 or 200. I think it's going to be 199 because Xenoverse 1's max level was level 99. And Xenoverse 2's max level was level 80. And then when they increased it all the way up, it was only 99. It didn't go up to 200. So I think when they do it again for, you know, the newest DLC, I'll probably go up to 199 rather than 200. I mean, not that having the one extra level matters that much, but they clearly don't care enough to round up the number to 100. They're like, who cares? We don't need that. You know, maybe they think it's more auriful to be 199. So that's what I believe. At least that they'll just probably go with 199 since they seem to prefer the number 99 over 100. Thoughts on Alex's new lore from Street Fighter 6? Extremely questionable, and by questionable I mean it doesn't sound like there's even one good side to it, and it doesn't sound like there's no way. It doesn't sound defendable either. If Alex was your favorite character, that's just a massive GG, bro. You getting some... Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood premiered 17 years ago today. Oh, that was April 5th. The tweet, okay, the tweet is, someone quote retweeted that tweet and said, the most nothing burger anime ever. And it has 848 replies. People don't fuck around the Full Metal Alchemist, bro. It actually is just the GOAT of anime. I might say Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood might still be my favorite anime. When JJK is completely finished, I can probably find a way to glaze it above Full Metal Alchemist, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite anime. It's so fucking good. It's actually just God tier. So, yeah. I've never seen a tweet have that many replies that wasn't like, I don't know, Elon Musk or Trump says something and then like the fallout, everyone disagrees with it shows up. Right? Usually it's like a major celebrity or some shit would have to say something stupid to get like a bunch of replies. All this guy said is Full Metal Alchemist sucks and 800 people showed up to... The ending in only 99 works if the next number increases the number of total digits. Yeah. Outside of anime, do you enjoy any other films or TV shows? I can't name the last TV show I actually was invested in. Maybe no, Invincible, fuck that. The Boys, I guess. I'm very curious to see how the TV show does it because it's very different from the comics. Which is a good thing, by the way, because comics aren't very cool. Full Metal Alchemist is one of those things that you cannot like, but you cannot say is bad. Yeah, that's true. Even if you don't like it, it'd be really hard to say it's bad.
Bingo! Come on!
I find it hilarious that the only parts of the Boys everyone agrees with are good are the ones 100% faithful to the comics. I see. Other people think the boys comics is overly edgy, so is the show itself. Oh, the show is edgy, but the comics, like, okay. Well, does the show have anything as edgy as eating babies yet? Maybe I forgot what's in the show, but I don't think the show goes that far, right? Like, there's way more in the comics, but, like, eating infants is very, and by babies, I mean not like a 1-year-old, like an actual baby. It's kind of crazy. Or what? What's the backstory about the baby flew? Like a super baby flies out of its, like, you know, its mother's stomach. And I don't mean flies out where a baby's supposed to come out of. I mean the baby performs its own C-section. And then it laser eyes the whole staff room. Like in the show, that's a made-up story. That's a made-up story to keep, like, you know, Butcher in check, right? So he doesn't go looking for his wife. But in the comics, I'm pretty sure that's actually what happens or some shit, right? You even see images of it. So, I don't know if you can say that the TV show is as edgy or as dark as the comics. Also, I do find the end of the comic to be, like, kind of giga ass. So, yeah.
Special beam cannon.
Special beam cannon. Win cannon. See, is it bad that Jinzo is still my favorite area? No, that's fine. When I go to Jinjo and I hear the music, it makes me happy. I'm getting nostalgia based about something that wasn't even that long ago. I'm just actually an idiot, but yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Oh, okay. The reason... The guy who said Full Metal Alchemist is the most nothing burger anime ever. His name on Twitter is hashtag thank you very much Fujimoto. So I'm very sure... I mean, I already thought the tweet was a joke, but seeing that he changed his name to pretending to be a Chainsaw Man Glazer just so Chainsaw Man fans would get more hate is actually fucking... That's a diabolical move. That's actually evil. I think I'm gonna end the stream now because lol XD. Yeah. So lol. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, and obviously again, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Drink water. That's true. Drink water. I don't have any water around me, but drink water. A-Train and TV shows are my favorite. Yeah, I like TV show A-Train. He's very, very cool. But yeah, that'll be it. Leave a like, subscribe, stay awesome, and I'll see you amigos next time, gang. Bye-bye. Stay cool, everybody. Woo! RE5 next stream? I don't know, maybe. But for now, bye-bye.